Well, if you're here on the front stretch, you look over to the east, you see an eerie-looking full moon. That's usually not a good sign on race night. But directly below that full moon is where turn 2 is. That's where the staging area is, and that's where the Hermitage Lumber late models will roll out. 13 strong tonight. And J.C. Morton, after a strong run in his B-Mod, he will make the quick change, get behind the wheel of the late model, and he will be on the pole for this one with Justin Wells, your current point leader out of Aurora, Missouri, just his outside. Joe Walkenhorst and Larry Ferris will make up row number 2. Joe behind the wheel of the number 90 out of Elkton, Missouri, and Larry Ferris thought he had a win a couple of weeks ago. Got DQ'd. Ran a little low on fuel. He runs an ethanol which burns faster than what normal fuel does. So with as many laps as they ran, as many caution laps, and with a heavy track, he stayed in the gas and just didn't do the right calculations. So got disqualified after a win. Had that one wiped away. Back in row 3, the 99 of Larry Jones and Brian Allison to the outside. Then it's Jake Morris and Kyle Graves in row 4. Richard Kimbling and Cole Henson will make up row number 5. Then it's Jason Civils, Jimmy Dow, and Bob Cummings rounding out your field. So, folks, pick your pony. Who you think's going to win this one? Thinking that guy outside row number 1 looks pretty salty right now with his track record so far this year.
I looked, Shane, and nobody from Camden's in this feature.
Yeah? Good call.
That was going to be my pick.
Well, let's see. Is there anybody even close to Camdenton? Well, no, not really.
Nope. You know, I would say J.C. Morton would be due. Morton loves the late models, I think, as much as he likes that B-Mod. But we're going to find out he's got a great starting position for it. And the outside, Justin Wells, looking for 99.
Larry Ferris behind him, trying to make amends for the DQ from a couple of weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, to be exact. Contact between Ferris and Walkenhorst as this gets started, and Ferris gets sideways. Collects Larry Jones. Didn't quite get even a half a lap in. We'll stack him and pack him again, re-rack him, and start over.
Larry Jones gets turned around. Ferris almost making contact with one of those tires as he started to bolt away. So him and Walkenhorst getting together. Looks like Joe got the worst end of that deal, though, with damage on that car.
Yep, some damage on the back end of the number 90. And I'm guessing as loose as that is, that's probably going to come off before the end of this 20 laps.
I'd say there's a good bet there. Get ready to come around. This time, yellow light goes out. We're going to go green flag racing. It is J.C. Morton, Justin Wells on the front row. The 90 of Joe Walkenhorst, the 51 of Larry Ferris, row 2. Larry Jones gets back in that position in row 3 with Brian Allison. Allison, who's had a great year so far.
J.C. Morton again, slow through to turns 3 and 4, a little slower than the last original start. Get underway this time. We'll see if we can get a full circuit in this time as Justin Wells to the outside of J.C. Morton, a 2-car breakaway, cleanly through turns 1 and 2. Wells with a nose out in front of J.C., but he powers back down and at the line, nearly a dead heat, but it'll go to Wells.
Justin Wells, the 98, the Aurora, Missouri native, is your leader as they come around. J.C. Morton in that second spot, but he's not willing to give up the lead. He is wanting to fight back with Justin Wells. Looks to the inside. They make contact going into turn number 3.
A little bit of contact, but they both keep it straight, and at the line this time, J.C. Morton by a nose. I'll take 20 laps of this right here with those 2 cars swapping decals up on the front.
Well, Shane, don't look now, but that 51 car is moving up as they battle up front.
Larry Ferris starting to reel in those top 2 cars. Now Wells will clearly clear J.C. Morton, but Morton stays on the attack to the inside as Wells inches out in front down the backstretch. Now J.C. Morton, who had been running lower on the track, once he has Wells get out in front of him. He'll go back up to the top where he's been running that late model all night long. Larry Ferris sits back in third. He's just picking and choosing which line he wants to go with, and he chooses the inside.
Both of them liking the dry slick here on the corners as they come around. That is Justin Wells in 98. Now Morton on the high side, trying to maintain the speed. Cannot hold it long enough. Here comes J.C. Morton. Morton looks to the high side of Wells. Can he make the pass into 3 and 4?
Great question, Doug. Will Bob Cummings play a factor in this as he's going to get the move over flag? Top two cars are starting to bear down on him. Justin Wells to the inside. J.C. Morton, will he be able to clear the 6 up top? He does. He loses just a little bit of ground, but J.C. Morton had been running at the top. He knows where that edge is. He walked the tight line, and he was able to hang on to it.
It is now Walkenhorst gets around the 6 of Bob Cummings. 98 of Justin Wells still on the point as they come around the 72 of J.C. Morton, starting to reel him back in. He had him right there with him, had to get around Cummings and cost him a little time, but he is starting to reel in the leader one more time.
May ask yourself, after Bob Cummings, that lapped car broke the momentum of J.C. Morton just a little bit. Did that also spoil his night, as now Larry Ferris has caught up with the 72. He's right on his back bumper. Now we've got a battle for second as Justin Wells on the breakaway. He is now going to have lap traffic to contend with here in just a couple of laps as the cross flags come out.
Halfway this time, 10 down, 10 to go. Justin Wells, the Aurora, Missouri, looking for win number 99 in that car this time around. Now it is Larry Ferris, the 51, in that second spot. He gets around J.C. Morton for the second spot, and
Jimmy Dow breaks on the top side of turn 4 very slow as he stops up above the cushion. Up on the flat side of turn 4, Hobby Time Motorsports safety crew will go out and tend to him. As Justin Wells had gotten out to a 1.8 second lead, Larry Ferris had just gotten around J.C. Morton at the midway point.
Ferris with a fast car as they come around too. I don't know who's got the fast laps so far, but Ferris has got to be up there close. That's not good news for Justin Wells.
Justin Wells has turned the best lap so far as 17.895, and he did it on lap 9 just a lap ago once he got out in front. Once he was able to not really have any side-by-side action with J.C. Morton, Wells put together the fastest lap. Larry Ferris not too far behind him. And take you back to 3 weeks ago, Doug, whenever Larry won. He had the DQ as he was not able to make it across the scales, had too much fuel burn off, was a little too light. In that race, he and Justin Wells had gotten together, and Justin came out of the pit area, the tech barn, and was quite vocal and demonstrative with Larry Ferris back in the tech area. Whenever Larry was DQ'd and Justin came out, there was a choice word or two said on the podium with you during the post-race interview. So I say all that to say, don't know if they've worked it out, if they've had a chance to talk about it and figure out their differences, but you got to think that being just a few short weeks ago, the cars that are running 1-2 right now, and Justin Wells or Larry Ferris may not quite be done with each other yet.
Yeah, but at the same point, both of them professionals, both of them been around the driving for a while. You know, after a while, you just got to let it go, let it pass, and I think you start to learn that as you get older. The younger drivers, they'll hold on to that and keep that in mind and use that for fire, but these guys, next race is your next race, and you kind of got to get with it.
Didn't they make a song about Let It Go?
Let it go, there you go. Neither one of us look like a princess or a Frozen, you know.
Speak for yourself, Doug Neff. I consider myself a princess every day.
Speaking of which, Striegel throws the green flag. We're underway. It is Justin Wells, the 98 cheerleaders that come around the 72. J.C. Morton in that second spot. Here comes Ferris. Ferris to the low side, looking to get around. It's going to be 3 wide here out of 4.
And J.C. Morton with new life on this restart. Once he's back up into it, he's riding the top side and putting together some pretty good laps. He actually turned a better lap than Justin Wells that last time by in 18.096. This completes lap number 12. 8 more to go for Justin Wells, looking to make it number 99 on that chassis. And he now has stretched it out to a 4-car length over Morton and Larry Ferris. Bob Cummings in the number 6. He's going to call it a night, I think, as he goes to the top side by side for second now. Morton to the outside of Larry Ferris.
Almost called it a night already over in turn number 2 as Cummings went off. As they come, he is caught over there as they're going to have to get him cleared. But it is the 98 of Justin Wells, still your leader as they come around now, opening up a lead as they battle for second. J.C. Morton, Larry Ferris in a battle, letting Justin Wells get a chance to get away.
Justin Wells is loving it. He's looking up on the Jumbotron down the backstretch, and he can see the 2 cars behind him, how much gap that he has, as now Ferris is able to clear the 72 of J.C. Morton with 5 to go.
It is Justin Wells, brings him around this time. Can he hold on for 4 more laps this time, Shane?
Right now, looks as though he's got it, a 2.4 second advantage. It's going to take a lot of luck for Larry Ferris right now to catch up with the 98 of Justin Wells. He's going to have to put together some amazing laps, and I don't quite think Larry Ferris is going to have enough juice in the tank to do it. He ran out of juice in the tank 3 weeks ago, which is what caused him to be DQ'd. But now with a half a straightaway advantage, Wells has the 4-time winner on the year. He won the first 2 events of the season, came home second in week 3, and then 2 more wins. You look back at Show Me 100 weekend, never even made it out of the B to get into the main show. So Justin Wells, one more time around, trying to pick up win number 5 of the season. He has been far and away the class of the field, and for the 5th time, he will win at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks. Your current point leader, Justin Wells, picks up win number 99 in that TNT chassis and win number 5 of the season.